Hello, lacrosse fans, and welcome to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation for a rare Friday night affair as we kick off Week 14 in the Arena Lacrosse League with the Toronto Monarchs visiting the St. Catharines Shockwave. I'm Lance Wynn alongside JVI Productions. Glad to have you with us. Starting goaltenders for today's game. For the Monarchs, it'll be Craig Wendy. He comes in with a 4-4 record and a 13.39 goals against average. At the other end, it'll be Craig Seneca. He gets the call for the Shockwave. His record is 1-0 with a 10.50 goals against average. Head coaches for Toronto, it's Blaine McCauley in his third season at the helm. He's assisted by Mike Falconer, Ryan Marshall, Matt Pelkey, and Spencer Janes. For St. Catharines, a familiar face in Ron Henry in his third season behind the bench. His assistants are Roger Chrysler and Clancy Ames. Officials for today's game, Blair Ferguson is the crew chief. He's joined by Roger Nurse and Dwayne Zeelenberg. So all set to go here as we're in the final week of the regular season in the Arena Lacrosse League, with this game, of course, having numerous playoff implications. Not so much for the Shockwave, who come in sitting at the top of the standings, currently 11-1. When you talk about Toronto sitting at 5-8, you're talking about a team in the middle of the pack. With a win here, could potentially move up to fourth. A loss could send them down to sixth. So a lot going to transpire here in these next 3 days of lacrosse. And we, of course, will bring it to you right here. JVI and the Arena Lacrosse League. To go here, just a quick correction. It'll be Chase Martin that will be getting the start for the Shockwave, as Craig Seneca will more than likely take over halfway through. So we're set to go here as, again, a win for the Shockwave won't do a lot as far as change the dynamic of the playoff standings. Different story, though, if the Monarchs can come away here. And off the draw, it'll be Toronto with possession, and it's Patty Miles with the first touch. He'll get it over the timeline, curl out, wait for some help as he draws a double team, gets it over, does a good job. Some notables added to this Toronto lineup, including Jordan Dance, who's back. Only played 4 games early on in the season, and now he's back in the lineup. Dan Lomas, of course, another big acquisition as he curls around. Bounce shot goes off the post. Ball loose, and it'll be Saul Vanderzalm that picks it up for the Shockwave. Shockwave losers for the first time last week against the Six Nations Snipers. That was their first loss of the season. The Monarchs have been struggling of late. They're riding a 5-game losing streak, and it's Chris Atwood making a move, tried to tuck it by Wendy. Wendy smothered it, kept it in the crease, and he will send the outlet, and away come the Monarchs. Jordan McKibben getting worked over by Dustin Gatt, and he forces the turnover. It's picked up by the Shockwave and Jordan Hopeby. Hopeby will dump it off, let the offense get back on track here. Josh Harris out there on offense for the Shockwave. Everyone else pretty consistent as Johnny Jimerson dumps it off to, of course, the veteran Lane Smith. Smith sends it back to Jimerson. Quick shot stopped by Wendy. That's crease ball, and Monarchs now will counter, headed the other direction on the carpet. No Brooker Muir for the Shockwave or Bill O'Brien. 2 notable absences. No Tyler Ferreira for the Monarchs or Tanner Buck. So 2 mainstays missing, both teams, as the Monarchs will swing it around left side. Lomas, quick underhand, stopped by Martin, and picked up as the Monarchs now will move it up over the timeline. Corey Becker. Josh Becker not in the lineup either for the Shockwave here. Atwood will swing it over, and they'll work from the right side. No reset on the play. Fresh clock for the Shockwave. Atwood dodges in, sidearm again. Wendy read that, stopped that. And possession will go to the Monarchs as Wendy will move it up. Dance working around left side, swings it over the skip past the Postma. Quick shot by Dance, took a hit on the release. Stopped by Martin, and the outlet goes to Jimerson. Jimerson eye in the back door, kicks it back to the top. Brian Neufeld, the quarterback out there, gets a screen, looks for the roll, swings it across, good skip pass on the right side. Out faking things was Harris. Lost it, loose. Harris manages to track it down momentarily. But again, it's Patty Miles that will initially wait for the shot clock to go, but he'll move it up now to Pat Corbett. Corbett, newly acquired from the Six Nations Snipers, now wearing the burgundy and gold of the Toronto Monarchs as that ball gets swung back. Postma. That shot is in the back of the net, so the Monarchs open the scoring, and it's 1-0. Sam Postma, the team's leading point getter, with his first of the game, 26th of the season, 67th point, as he leads this Toronto team by a lot. And loose off the boards, Jimerson battling with three defenders, picks it up, kicks it back out, and that shot was blocked. Ball loose in the slot, and Wendy will corral it, bring it in, and send the outlet just a little too high, but Tyler Hall's able to track it down and get it over the timeline. 10:35 to go here, opening quarter. Good backhand pass, not a whole lot of room to work with. Ran out of real estate. Martin made that stop. Vanderzalm not able to handle the outlet pass. Monarchs come away with it, and that we'll have our first Visionware power play of the game. So game all tied off the draw. Possession will go to the Monarchs, and they'll move it up. Postma out there with Corbett. Jordan Dance also in the mix, as is Jordan McKibben. Give and go, and a good attempt there from Dance. Stopped, though, by Martin, and away come the Monarchs. Stephen Lee down, gets it back. Good effort from Dustin Gatt, and it'll be Neufeld to set things up. 10 on the shot clock. Swinging around right side. Lane Smith dumps the skip pass down, doesn't come in with anyone. Time winding down, remains loose on the carpet. And possession will go to the Monarchs, and that will take us to our first officials' timeout. Back to action after our officials' timeout. 9:28 to go here, opening quarter, tied at 1. Monarchs, Shockwave. St. Catharines trying to bounce back from their first loss of the season last week, and it's Lomas there, picks that up. And again, in the crease, the call. And the Shockwave now will bring it back the other way. Corey Becker will set things up, working with Neufeld on the left side. Neufeld, kick it back up, good swing pass. Taking it hard, running out of room, though, was Stephen Lee, and here come the Monarchs in transition. Pat Corbett weaving through two defenders. Again, spins out, looking for an opening, and had a man down low, but wrong stick side. Got it to Lomas, tried that backhand wide of the mark. It's scooped up by the Shockwave. They'll bring it back in Jimerson. Jimerson, Vanderzalm, 2-on-2. They cross, big shot, steered aside by Wendy. Rebound, no, picked up and moved up by James Calhoun. Calhoun will get it back to the top. Vanderzalm will swing it over right side. That shot on the run by Ward got blocked. Wendy now will send away Patty Miles. Good first step, and Cam Mancini not able to find any part of that net. Goes off the netting over the glass and out of play. Possession going the other way. 8 minutes to go here, first quarter. Neufeld swings it across. They work it from the right side. Lane Smith dumps it down low. Neufeld, quick pass to Ward. Big save by Wendy. That rebound, though, scooped up by the Shockwave and turned over. And here comes Halls with Neufeld on him, trying to slow him down just a bit. Going to have to hurry. They get it over the timeline just in the nick of. Good pass there to down low on the right side. It'll be Postma working from the half boards, one-on-one on Jimerson. Blows by him. Can't beat Martin. So Chase Martin doing a good job in the early going. He comes in with a 2-0 record, and his goals against is microscopic at 9.14. Atwood with an opening, underhand wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline. That'll be a violation and possession to the Monarchs. Play it where it lies. Corbett gets a screen from Dance. Dance rolls. Corbett didn't see him. Tries to turn back and go the other way. Continues to work it on the half boards. Plenty of time, shot clock. Curls around, looking for an opening. Gets a screen, takes a shot wide of the mark. Gatt picks it up, and a good headman pass on the money. Alec Tomas with the finish. And the Shockwave lead this one 2-1. Dustin Gatt with an outstanding feed to Tomas in transition. So a power play marker and a transition goal for the Shockwave. And if you want to talk about their potential bounce back, that's certainly a good start for Ron Henry and company. Miles unloads, it gets picked off, and now the Shockwave working. Jimerson spins around, flips it back. Bounce shot, stopped by Wendy. Trickles around the crease area, but no further, and we're going to have another Visionware power play. Patty Miles will give the Shockwave their second man advantage of the game. They are 1 for 1 and wasted no time last time. And Neufeld again, it was Neufeld that went 5-hole, took that shot. Alex Henry, big shot. Wendy again with the save, looking for an outlet, and he'll let it go. Jordan Hopi right there, the recipient. Wrong team, he'll get it to Henry, and the Shockwave now will go back to work with a man advantage. Minute and a half to go. Neufeld out there with Lane Smith, Alex Henry at the top. Ward and Atwood. The other two on the right side. Wendy another save. This time his pass on the money to Lomas. Lomas with a man coming out, his underhand wide of the mark. Jordan Dance there on the follow-up. Kept it out, good move, tucks it, tries to go over. He misses the mark, and we're going to have that Visionware power play is going to be nullified as the Shockwave are going to get saddled with a too many men on the floor call. 4-on-4 lacrosse with 5:15 to go, opening quarter. First game of week 14. This, of course, a makeup game from a game canceled due to weather earlier in the season. And it's Atwood working with Vanderzalm. Give and go. Vanderzalm shot stopped by Wendy. Rebound, batted in off the crossbar, and they're going to say that it touched the mesh over the goal line. So Sal Vanderzalm will get credit for the goal, give Atwood credit for the assist, and it's 3-1 for the Shockwave. .53 seconds left in the initial penalty to the Monarchs. The Shockwave with 1:35 to go, and right off the bat, and that's a beauty finish by Corey Becker. So an explosion has given the Shockwave a 4-1 lead. Coming into this game, when you look at the Monarchs, a very impressive power play, almost working at a over a 90% clip. Problem is their penalty kill is at a 0. And Jimerson almost pocketed that carom, manages to pick up the loose ball, no reset. 25 seconds left in the first penalty. They'll work it around on the left side with Neufeld. Neufeld has a bit of room, pulls it back out, try to curl around, skip pass, big shot, and stopped by Ward. Atwood in that corner, digging for it, comes away with it, had it momentarily, battling back, and Atwood's going to spend 2 minutes in the box at the very least for that right hand, and we will have another Visionware power play. Back after our second official's timeout, and of course it'll be a two-man advantage for these Monarchs here for 39 seconds as they'll work it around the horn with their unit out there. And it's a good one. Mancini on the crease. Good no-look pass. Lomas, underhand, wide of the mark. Out there with Jordan Dance, Sam Postma as well. Good job by Lomas to force that, Jordan Dance, and it goes the length of the carpet right on goal. Wendy actually had to make a good save on that. And it'll be Pat Miles that will bring it up and move it up over the timeline. Postma, 3:25 to go here, first quarter. Monarchs trailing by 3 goals. A 4-0 run by the Shockwave have given them the lead. Lomas tried to quick stick. It's picked off, though, by Alex Henry. By Hotby. And it gets knocked out of his stick by Postma. Postma doing a little bit of impeding there, and with a minute left in the power play, it's 5-on-4. Looking back door. Campbell Parker not able to get on that loose ball. The Monarchs, though, do manage to get it, and it's Mancini. Cam Mancini, the flip back to Postma. Round the horn it goes. Dance. Lomas at the top. Dance. Big shot overhand, wide of the mark. Corralled by Postma. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Lomas, underhand. Can't find the mark at all. That'll go over the timeline. And it'll be a violation with 25 seconds to go in the Atwood penalty. Deep in the corner, Neufeld. He'll swing that back out to Henry. They'll work to kill the remaining 15 seconds here. And still may have time to get a shot off before the shot clock expires. Under 5. And the penalty over now. Teams at full strength. Henry takes a long shot on the mark. And Wendy corrals that. And he'll zip it over to the bench and find Lomas. Under 2 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Postma. Matched up with Jimerson. And he'll swing it over to Lomas on the left side. Lomas gets a screen from Dance. Vanderzalm wreaks some havoc in there, and now the Shockwave in transition out of that back door. One fake, two. Big goal at a big time as the Shockwave now will go up 5-1. Cody Ward, the recipient of his first of the game. And timing is everything with a minute 20 to go here in the opening quarter. And you give this Shockwave team a lead, they're awfully tough to beat. Neufeld, quick pass across. Ward, peel out, kick it back to the top, 10 on the shot clock. Neufeld, wide of the mark. They'll corral the rebound and zip it back down into the corner. Remains in play, and it'll be possession now to the Monarchs. Under a minute to go, opening quarter. Pat Corbett. Corbett puts on the Jets, blows by a defender, backhand! So for the second game in a row, Pat Corbett with an outstanding backhand, much needed for the Monarchs as they now trail 5-2. Pat Corbett quickly establishing himself as having one of the hardest, most accurate backhands in the league. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Corey Becker. Swim move away from Tyler Halls, dumps it down low. Vanderzalm up, down, and in. So Saul Vanderzalm, usually utilized in transition and defensively, comes through with his second of the game. And in a blink of an eye, it's 6-2. You had to figure if you're head coach Blaine McCauley, you wanted your team to at least have a hold. Go into the second quarter trailing by 3. Instead, you're down 4, and a good job to track that down by Parker. He loses it, and it goes back to the other way in DJ Nedelko. Nedelko under 4. Got to hurry, and Neufeld picks off Patty Miles, and that will do it for the first 15 minutes. The Shockwave lead this one 6-2. All set to go here for second quarter action. The Shockwave put together an impressive opening 15 minutes, leading this one 6-2 right off the bat. Wasted no time. Nedelko's shot stopped by Wendy. Wendy will shoot the outlet, and away come the Monarchs. Eric Krapinczyk putting on the speed. Good move there to beat his counterpart. He'll look to kick it out. Good pressure by the Shockwave defensively, and it'll be Postma. He'll work it down low. Quick shot there, and wide of the mark by Mancini. Gets his own rebound, tries to slide it in. This time the Monarchs, though, will pick it up, and Alex Henry. Henry now will look out that back door. Lane Smith, what a grab! Lane's a big save by Wendy. So a great pass, great catch, great save. And with that said, here come the Monarchs. Ryan Farazovic dished it off, and now it'll be Parker. Good skip pass across. Mancini looking for an opening. Another good skip pass to Lomas. Lomas, his shot again, found the mark, but stopped by Martin. Martin's outlet pass is a good one, 2-on-2. Vanderzalm in the rush again, bounce shot, steered aside by Wendy. Monarchs counter the other way. Halls. Out the back door, Dance, had to wait. Kicked that pass, good decision to get it to Postma, couldn't get his shot through. Rebound nose corralled, picked up, no reset, 15 on the shot clock. Swinging around the Halls on the left side. He's got Hopey on him. Hopey, good D. Skip pass again, that sidearm wide of the mark. Halls will get it, and his shot right on the mark, stopped by Martin. And of course, Pat Corbett and Dustin Gatt mixing it up behind the play, and it'll be Jimerson. Atwood gets a step, lets it go, right on target. Wendy stopped, and Wendy with the lob pass almost into the basket, but picked up. Good recovery and a better finish. So a beautiful job for Sean Gillies as he buries his first of the game, and it's 6-3. Off the draw, it'll be possession to the Monarchs because Pat Corbett jumped a wee bit early. And it'll be Calhoun. Calhoun will kick it over to Ward, and Ward now working one-on-one. Will wait for a screen, gets one, can't go anywhere with it, kicks it to Atwood, wrong stick side. Atwood looking for Neufeld on his wrong stick side. Picked up Ward, good underhand on target. Pat Corbett's there, lofts it just out of the reach of Pat Miles. And it'll come the other way. Atwood getting pressured by Corbett, dumps it off. And it's Henry. Henry, Smith. Smith underhand finish. So beautiful transition finish. Atwood, Henry to Lane Smith. And it's 7-3 Shockwave. Had a chance to speak with Shockwave head coach Ron Henry prior to the game. We were discussing their first loss of the season last week, and he was pleased to get it out of the way, quite frankly. Sometimes it's an ill-advised thing. Good effort there from Calhoun, not able to switch fully. So a bad angle, and a bad angle on Wendy usually results in a save. Corbett's going to have to hurry, ran out of time. Good defense there. Excellent pressure by DJ Nedelko, and the Shockwave now are pouring it on. 11:50 to go, second quarter. Momentum clearly on the side of the Shockwave. Good stick check, though, on a bailout by Kevin Harper. And he will try to get it up, and he does, to Patty Miles over the timeline. Was noted that this Toronto team looked awfully flat in that opening 15 minutes, and I would have to agree with that as Van der Zalm. Good job to Jimerson. Jimerson puts on the brakes, curls back once, twice, runs out of room. He'll have to start again. Instead, he gets it out to Neufeld. Neufeld will set up the offense. 11:05 to go here in the second. Neufeld half boards, kicks it out to Atwood. Under 10 on the shot clock. Atwood loads, fakes. He'll bring it back and let it go, sighting that far corner. Rebound that picked up by Neufeld on the reset. Quick stick Atwood. Atwood scoops it up out of the crease. Can't hang on to it. Two Monarchs there. And it's Toronto that comes away with it. They'll move it up. Lomas trying to attack. Goes by 1-2. Defenders, quick shot. So Danny Lomas. Top-notch goal, is first of the game, and it's 7-4. Dan Lomas on the score sheet for a goal for the first time in this game, and that pass is picked off by Calhoun. Too much bounce in his bounce shot. Goes off the screen. Possession will go the other way. First time that Dan Lomas and Jordan Dance have been in this Toronto lineup at the same time. So Blaine McCauley and company trying to get things rectified heading into the playoffs. A win here would certainly help, having dropped their last 5. Working on the right side, it's Mancini. That shot wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline, and will give the Shockwave another possession with just under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Just a reminder, Arena Lacrosse League playoffs start next week with quarterfinal action from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. And following that, of course, good backhand give and go, and finding the mark was Josh Harris. His first of the game, and it's 8-4. Final Four championship weekend will be on April 13th, and we'll give you all those details after we're back from our officials' timeout. All set to roll here after our officials' timeout, and again, Final Four weekend on April 13th. That's 2 semifinal games. That will take place right here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, with 2 games on the Saturday, and then, of course, the women's final and the All-Championship Cup will go 3 p.m. on the Sunday, the 14th. Pat Corbett will let that go down into the offensive end. Jimerson on him. He'll turn the corner. Corbett looking to sneak that over the shoulder. No goal called. Got lost in the padding. Good stop there by Martin. And now it's Alex Tamas. Atwood out the back door. In all alone, and he picks the corner. So you can't give Atwood any room like that. He's going to bury it. That, of course, his first of the game. And his 32nd of the season. And it's 9. Not a whole lot could be done by Craig Wendy in that scenario. You have one of the league's best scorers coming at you with nobody on him. You're kind of at his mercy, and that was the case there. Dustin Gadd. He'll look for Neufeld. Neufeld will operate from wrong stick side deep in the right corner. And it's Ward. Ward looking for a step on the run. Steered aside by Wendy. Possession will stay right here with the Shockwave. Ward dancing around, tried to go short side. Couldn't find the mark. Atwood bails him out. Wrong stick side again, Ward. So Ward working that side between him and Josh Harris. Harris has been all over this carpet, and a fresh clock for the Shockwave as they've dominated so far in this game. Lane Smith goes up, stopped by Wendy. Neufeld scoops up the rebound, another fresh clock. He'll wait. He's got Smith behind the net, and he'll kick it back out to the top and Atwood. Smith off the tip of the head of his stick, and possession will go now to the Monarchs. Like to see just a little more fire here from these Monarchs with the playoffs looming. And it'll be Postma. They'll kick it back out. They'll swing it around the horn to Lomas. Lomas down the corner, give and go. Quick shot and a good finish. So Cam Mancini with a good cut. Lomas a good pass. And Mancini with his first of the game. It's 9-5. Just when you think the Shockwave are going to blow this one wide open, the Monarchs show a little life, a little fight. Similar to the battle going on in the circle, won by the Monarchs, Taylor Hall. Good job, and it's Miles, Patty Miles. Tries to switch hands just wide of the mark. Rebound will get moved up by the Shockwave. Houtby. 7 minutes to go, second quarter. Atwood in alone again. Missed the mark. Picked up by Lane Smith. He stick checked. And away comes Pat Corbett and the Monarchs. Corbett doesn't have the numbers. Now he has Postma coming out the back door. Postma thinks better of it. Jordan Dance now with an opening. He won't take advantage. They dump it down low. Delayed penalty coming to the Monarchs. And again, it's picked off, and Atwood sends it the length of the carpet, and we'll have another Visionware power play. Quinn Halligan, the guilty party. So for the third time in this game, the Monarchs will go to work with a man advantage. Dance and Lomas left side, interchange. Dance, again, hard shot, stopped by Martin. Rebound goes to the Shockwave. Alex Tomas takes a hard hit in the corner, still has possession. He'll get it back up and dump it down to the other end. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. 6:10 to go here in the half. Lomas Dance out there, as is Parker. Postma on the right side. Gets that skip pass. Dance tries to dump it down low. But it's intercepted and knocked down by Nedelko. He runs into two players, and we're going to get a too many men call on the play. So a too many men on the floor call will nullify that power play with 1:06 left. And again, it's Ward, gets a step in alone, tries to go far side off the post. Miles will pick that up. Lane Smith on him. Good stick check, still loose. Neufeld kicks it up. Smith again. Miles tries to kick it through, but it's Lane Smith that comes away with it. Shockwave winning all the battles now to the loose balls, and it'll be Ward. Atwood, he'll load up, sidearm, Wendy, good shoulder save, looking for the outlet, hitting that back door, does, it's Postma. He'll get it to Halls. Halls will put on the brakes, wait, it's Lomas out the back door, quick shot, goes off the helmet of Jimerson. Rebound, though, is picked up by the Shockwave. Lomas with an over-the-head stick check, but Nedelko stayed with it and went to the far corner. So DJ Nedelko kept his composure, pockets his first of the game, and it's 10-5. Shockwave always seemed to have an answer. And it's coming in from different directions, and that's been the beauty of this team. As Neufeld off the draw, skits over and just under the padding of Craig Wendy, and that will take us to our second official's timeout. 4:39 left in the second quarter. Jordan Dance double teamed. He's going to have to do some wheeling and dealing. Does a good job to lay it out. Gets it over the timeline. Shockwave, though, intercepted. They'll counter the other way. Tomas with Vanderzalm. Think better of it. Now gives it to Vanderzalm down low. Good save by Wendy. Rebound picked up by the Shockwave, and Tomas kicked back out to Jimerson. He'll reset the offense with 4:10 to go here in the second quarter. Ward. "20 seconds left in the man advantage now for the Shockwave. Neufeld inching his way in. Lane Smith looking out front to Ward. Couldn't handle the pass. Skip pass. Atwood. Stopped by Wendy. Hard hit. Close to being from behind by Halls. And looks like Atwood was going to come to his rescue. But in transition, Monarchs, Lomas. And Lomas with the shovel goal. And it's 10-6. Chris Atwood clearly not too happy with that no call on the what he felt was a hit from behind, and the delayed penalty results in a goal. And the Monarchs now trail by 4 with 3.5 to go. Right side, kick it back over to Lomas. Lomas starting to get ahead of steam, goes hard to the net, picks the corner. So Dan Lomas feeling it, took his game to another level, and it's 10-7. Lomas with his third of the game pulls the Monarchs to within 3. And when you talk about the Monarchs, I said to you that this was the first time those two guys have been in the same lineup in Jordan Dance and Lomas. Still missing Tyler Ferreira, their second leading scorer, not in the lineup here today. So the question will be whether or not the Monarchs can gel in time to make a run in the quarterfinals. Postma with a shot. That goes off the mark. Fresh clock. Dance behind the net. Kicks it back out. Lomas swing it over left side. Sidearm wide of the mark. That will go down and over the timeline. Possession will go to the Shockwave. Neufeld working from the left crease. He'll curl around dotted line. Bounce shot. Wendy save. Rebound to Atwood. Fresh clock for the Shockwave. 2.5 to go. Ward with Miles on him. Lane Smith from way out, tucks it in, goes hard, bounce shot, and we're going to have another Visionware power play, and it looks like Chris Atwood in the middle of things is going to find himself seated in the box. Prior to today's game, had a chance also to speak with Chris Atwood, and we discussed his importance to the team and staying out of the penalty box, and he appears to have not heeded those words. A 5-minute high-sticking major will give the Monarchs a power play and plenty of time to get back in this game off the post. Good shot by Parker, and they're saying that it got touched. No reset, 5 on the clock. Monarchs got it. They will get a reset, and a fresh clock now with 1:50 to go. Plenty of time left in the major to Atwood. Lomas at the top, looking for an opening. Postma, underhand, beauty. Sam Postma, second of the game, and it's 10-8. So a big goal from Postma, and still over 4 minutes to go in the power play in the Atwood major, and the Monarchs now will, with a golden opportunity to close the gap even further, trailing by 2. Again, same unit out there with Lomas, Jordan Dance, Sam Postma out there, And it's Loma's hard shot. Martin stop. Martin will loft it up, and it's Vanderzalm trying to run under it. Runs into a bit of a collision there. Probably should have been an interference call. I guess they're saying it's incidental. Kevin Harper in the middle of that. Monarchs now will get a chance to set and regroup. Under a minute to go here in the half. Postma, dance, stopped. Laying right there on the crease, picked up by Martin. And Martin had a glance at that back door, and it's a bullet to Lane Smith. Good decoy by Smith, as Pat Miles was on him like glue, and he's trying to do his own forechecking. 30 seconds to go in the half. Lomas will move it up. He'll be a little more deliberate here, and we're going to have a too many men on the floor call, as the Monarchs are going to have to put a man in the box. So after a timeout by the Shockwave, 20 seconds to go. A too many men on the floor penalty nullifies that. Goalie pulled at the Shockwave defensive end. For the extra attacker, they'll work it down. Shot clock. Game clock now at 10. Henry at the top. Neufeld shooter dumps it down. Lane Smith, good no look. Oh, it was a good pass on the money. Not able to bring it down. Shot over Neufeld, can't handle it. That'll do it. We played 30 in the books. 10-8, Shockwave. All locked and loaded now as we're set for the third quarter. So a minute 30 to go in the too many men penalty for the Monarchs. Still 2.5 left in the major to Atwood. So we'll play 4-on-4 for minute 22. Monarchs have clawed their way to within 2 after a slow start. Trailed 6-2 after the opening quarter. Neufeld will find a late Lane Smith. He'll send it over to Ward on the right side. Ward working one-on-one. Stick check, does a swim move, can't go any further. Kicks it out to Lane. Lane cannot hold on to it. And now the Monarchs will get it over the timeline. They do. It's tipped. So Alex Henry's going to pick that up. No reset on the shot clock. So it'll be possession to the Monarchs deep in the offensive end. Lomas will kick it back out. Jordan Dance. He'll swing it around. Postma on the right side. Waiting for that last runner to fill in. It's Mancini. Shot by Dance. Rebound picked up by Jimerson. Jimerson hesitates, looks, dumps it off. Going to have to hustle to get it over the timeline, and Dustin Gatt does just that. And not able to beat the 8-second count. And it'll be Miles counters the other way with Gatt on him. Late pass, couldn't find anyone. Scooped up though by Ward with plenty of time on the shot clock. Miles had it momentarily, has hope beyond him, swings it over to Lomas. Lomas blows by Vanderzalm. Overhand, stopped. And new goaltending change. It's Craig Seneca between the pipes for the Shockwave, taking over for Chase Martin. And again, another count. So the Shockwave on back-to-back possessions, careless with that 8-second. And it'll be now possession to the Monarchs and Lomas. 47 seconds left in the Atwood penalty. So Monarchs working on a Visionware power play here. Postma tracks down that shot. 10 on the shot clock. Postma, good gap by Lomas. That one stopped by Seneca. Ball loose. Interference going to be the call. Possession's going to stay right here with the Monarchs. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Lomas out there with Postma, Dance. Mancini as well, he on the right side. And they'll swing it over. Good quick overhand by Dance. Didn't get through though. Got to keep it over the timeline. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kicked over. And back to the top. Postma, good underhand, but Seneca in the net guard. Makes the save, and that pass is airmailed right into the stick of Wendy. And Wendy with a good bounce pass. One hopper to Lomas. Lomas doesn't have the numbers. Excels. Backhand stop by Seneca. That will go down into the defensive end of the Monarchs. They'll get a reset and a fresh clock with just under 12:10 to go. Lomas had a notion, dumps it back out. That pass way too high for Jordan Dance. And it'll be possession to the Shockwave. Actually, that was Campbell Parker. Was supposed to be the recipient. And now the Shockwave with Neufeld. Seems they haven't had the ball a lot here in this quarter. Smith, good catch, wrong stick side, underhand. It's a hard one, but well wide of the mark and a race for it. It's Kevin Harper, and he'll pick it up deep in the offensive end. Go to work, try to outmuscle, bounce shot just off the post, picked up by a Henry. Henry now, those long strides, he'll bounce past that over, and they'll get it over the timeline with Nedelko. Ward looking for Neufeld. That's knocked down. Ward recovers. He'll try and turn the corner. Gets it to Atwood. Atwood from way out. Wendy, not sure what Wendy was watching, but Chris Atwood from a long way out buries his second of the game, and it's 11-8. A much-needed goal by the Shockwave. And, of course, it's their leading scorer. Quickly in transition, Lomas sized that one up maybe a little too long. Monarchs, though, and Halls, he'll get the rebound. No reset, 20 on the shot clock. Dance getting chased. Has it knocked out of his stick. Picks up the loose ball. Tries to dunk on the other side. And gets a bit of a face rub in the process. No goal called. Creased the call. And possession will go to the Shockwave. Forgot to mention the fighting penalties to Eric Krapinczyk and Josh Harris. Coincidental. So that's why if you see a pan over of the penalty box, you'll see the two combatants sitting comfortably inside. Neufeld had it momentarily, and good effort, but Neufeld's going to get a trip to the penalty box. 2 minutes for slashing. It'll be another Visionware power play. $10:20 to go here, third quarter. Monarchs now with their fifth power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. Lomas at the top. Postma and Ward on the right side. Dance on the left. Out there joining them as well is Campbell Parker. Skip pass looking for Dance off the head of his stick, off the mesh. And the Shockwave now will move it up in Gat. Gat not taking any chances with that 8-second call this time around. Got it over the line quickly. And it's Harris. Harris will dump it off to Van der Zalm with 1:20 left in the penalty. Henry. Under 10 on the shot clock. Henry's just going to roll that in the corner with 2 on the shot clock. And it'll be possession to the Monarchs. Patty Miles will move it up, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. A minute left in the Neufeld penalty. So the Monarchs trying to close the gap. Trailing by 3 with 9:10 to go. Postma around the horn. They'll kick it back over up the middle. Lomas. Lomas will cut through. Dance weaving his way through right inside and could almost reach out and kiss someone. That's how close he was to Seneca. And a fresh clock here for the Monarchs. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Lomas. Big overhand. Seneca stop. Rebound picked up. Hopi with a good hard check. Postma looking for the skip. Lomas will curl out. 15 left in the man advantage. He'll try to gap that, slide over. Good quick pass, and can't tiptoe through that crease like that. Jordan Dance, possession to the Shockwave. Hopi, his flip. Good recovery by the Shockwave as Jimerson will bail out Henry. And now it's Henry working on the half boards, kicking it to Neufeld, penalty over. He'll swing it across, right side. Ward. Will peel around, on the run, stopped by Wendy. And Patty Miles mixing it up, and it's Josh Harris in the middle again. Henry, big save by Wendy. And it'll be the Monarchs now. Pat Corbett doesn't have numbers. 2-on-2, waiting for someone to jump in the rush. And a good job by Corbett goes to that. Lomas, wide of the mark. Picked up by the Shockwave. They'll counter the other way. Halligan, 2-on-1. Atwood, wide of the mark. Good job to track that down by Nedelko. No reset with 15 on the shot clock. 7:25 to go, third quarter. Shockwave with a 3-goal lead. Lane Smith got tied up, handcuffed by that pass. Scooped it up over the carpet. Atwood with some room. Good fake. Underhand stop by Wendy. Ball loose in the slot. Incidental contact there on a big collision. And it'll be Postma now with Lomas. Postma. Good cross check by Gatt. Helped by Jimerson. So good defensive rotation by the Shockwave. They close that door, and it's Tomas. He'll flip to Neufeld. Neufeld without numbers with a 2-on-4, and he'll wait for Henry. Jimerson. Didn't get a screen, curled out, swinging around the Ward on the right side. Atwood, 10 on the shot clock. Atwood just steered away by Wendy. Got to be on your guard. Atwood will let that go anytime. Henry leaning in, going to the net, drawing a penalty. And it will be another Visionware power play. And it's going to be for the Shockwave. Ryan Farazovic caught with his hand in the cookie jar. 2 minutes for holding. And for the fourth time, it'll be a power play for the Shockwave. They're 1 for 3. Wendy with a save there. Miles just avoids the crease, gets it up, hauls, bounce off a check, gets it over to Corbett. Corbett plays the carom, goes hard to the net, tucks it in. Good save by Seneca. And it'll be Van der Zalm countering the other way. He'll remain on for this set of the power play with Neufeld. And Ward, Neufeld, that pass, misses Miles, good hustle. Vander's on the bailout. And it'll come back out to Lane Smith. He'll settle things down. Neufeld from a tough angle, inches his way in. Shot, stopped by Wendy. Wendy with a pass to Miles. Miles almost let it fly in the basket, but an early hit from Smith will negate that. Possession to the Monarchs with just over a minute to go in the penalty. 5:10 to go here in the third. Miles is going to work some clock as Dustin Gatt on him. $10 on the shot clock. And they'll slide it over to Dance. Dance with 2 defenders on him, 1 on 3. Fakes out one, gets a shot off. Seneca had to make a save. And he'll fish it out of his pads, and it'll be Jimerson. And we've got a timeout called on the play, I believe. So for certain it was an official's timeout, the second of the quarter, as you know. And now the Shockwave with 27 seconds to go in a man advantage, work it around. Neufeld, Henry Henry tried to sneak one past. Wendy made a good toe save, and it's Big Halls that picks that up, and he'll ricochet it off the board. It gets hockeyed out, and it's Corbett to Halls. Halls bounce shot. So an outstanding job by Pat Corbett. Saw his teammate ahead, and Tyler Halls with his first of the game closes the gap now to 11-9. A critical shorthanded marker from Tyler Halls, as these two teams have played good defense here in this quarter. And they've just traded goals. Long shot from Ward, stopped by Wendy. Wendy now will send Miles away. Miles will bounce it up, move it up to Dance. Dance, swing it over to Lomas. Gets a screen. Lomas, underhand bullet. So Dan Lomas. Fourth time he's filled the back of the net. And it is 11-10. Just under 4 minutes to go here. And it's a tight one as off the draw, Monarchs showing some life, showing some fight. Trailing by one now, and it's Halls getting worked over. Takes more than one to take the ball off him, and it's Lomas now half boards left side. 15 on the shot clock. Lomas hesitates. It's a shot near the helmet, stopped though by Seneca. And Sean Giles, or Gillies, sorry, out there causing a ruckus. Vanderzalm will flip to Neufeld. And the Shockwave offense now. Neufeld turns the corner on Miles, flips it out. All day, Ward couldn't find the net at all. And Miles, with a couple of nice moves to get out of trouble, will move it up over the timeline. Good hands from Postma. He corrals that dangerous Sui pass, beats Henry, and looking to dump it off, and he does to Miles. Miles right into the stick of Henry. Henry now is going to go down all the way. Miles in pursuit. Alex Henry goes to the under, steered aside by Wendy. Picked up at the other end by McKibben. And Hill now bring it up over the timeline with just over 2.5 to go. Postma, and it looks like an injury on the play, and Dan Lomas is down. No delayed penalty. Not sure what happened, as we are going to have to take a break as he gets looked at. So back to live action. Not quite sure what happened behind the play with Dan Lomas, but he needed some assistance to get off the carpet. Did go on his own power, but it was a struggle. So we're going to keep an eye on him and make sure that he's okay. An integral part of the Monarchs squad, particularly their offense. And without him, that will really put a strain on their playoff and championship aspirations. So just under 2 minutes to go here, with the Monarchs holding a 1-goal lead. Smith will swing it around. Neufeld, 10 on the shot clock. Neufeld looking down low, dumps it, crease the call. So Harris got too much of that white crease line. And official Dwayne Zeelenberg all over that. That rocket shot from Mancini, well wide of the mark, goes the length of the carpet. And with 1:32 to go, it'll be possession Shockwave deep in the offensive end. Have to keep an eye out and make sure that Dan Lomas is moving and on the road to recovery. Atwood getting worked over, gets a screen and lets that shot go. Rebound picked up, saved by Wendy. And Miles, with a couple defenders on him, has it stripped, and they'll bring it back the other way, but a bad pass from Calhoun gives it right back. Monarchs, though, feeling very generous. They give it back. Loose now on the carpet and finally picked up, and it's McGibbon. Gotta hurry, though, getting a little careless as there's that 8-second call, and sure enough, no fault by Postma. He tried, and Jimerson now will bring it back with 40 seconds to go in the third. Jimerson bounces off a check, rolls back into it, kicks it over right side. Swing it back to the left. Neufeld! So Brian Neufeld, pinpoint accuracy, his second of the game, and it's 12-10 Shockwave. So when in doubt, you call on your assistant captain to step up. Neufeld, of course, getting it done, second of the game, 19th of the season. And that shot goes awry, picked up, 15 left in this quarter. Halligan will put on the brakes, 10. Gives it off to Henry. Henry's going to have to let this one go. 5 he does. Wendy stops that. And Wendy will shoot it all the way down. And Jordan Dance almost at the buzzer. But we played 3 quarters. 12-10. Shockwave. Fasten your seatbelt as we're set for the final 15 minutes here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. And off the draw, 12-10 to score in favor of the Shockwave. They have led this entire game. And the Monarchs have battled back to pull to within 1, trailing now by 2. Neufeld, deep on the left crease, kicks it back out. They'll swing it around to Ward. Ward will kick it back. Atwood, wrong stick side, doesn't matter. Wendy had to make a good save on that. Atwood gets the rebound. Fresh clock for the Shockwave. Ward looking for an opening. Good dip in, underhand off the post. Smith had it momentarily. It went off him and into the Shockwave bench. Possession to the Monarchs. They're going to move it up in a hurry. Corbett with Vanderzalm hounding him. He'll get it over to Postma on the right side. Postma will make a fake, kick it back to the left. And there's Dan Lomas back in the lineup. So that's certainly good to see as he looks quite active, and that's good. And a beauty finish. Postma waved off. Man in the crease. And you could see that from here. Shockwave will counter the other way. Jimerson, Neufeld, Ward, Lane Smith almost put the toe in the tic-tac. Couldn't do it, though. Shockwave retained possession. They'll get a fresh clock, but it's down now to, no fresh clock, 10. Give and go. Ward stopped by Wendy. Laying there on the crease, and that's going to be a back-in call. Picked up, and it'll be possession to the Shockwave with a fresh 30 to work with. 13:25 to go, fourth quarter. Ward got a screen from Atwood, and it was a healthy one. That rebound wide. Atwood collects that. And there's 15 on the shot clock. Waiting for a screen. Atwood will go underneath. Hesitates, tries to tuck it in. Wendy closed that door. Reset, picked up by Harris. Harris loses it. And taking exception was Farazovic. And it's Neufeld. They'll work it around. Atwood. Again, a screen from Harris. Atwood shot well wide. Goes off the rafters. Possession to the Monarchs. Farazovic and Atwood face to face, and not the best trade-off if you're the Shockwave, as looks like they'll both go to the box, and Atwood has made that trip more than once here in this game. So coincidental minors for lipping off. Both those two will sit and think about what they've done for 2 minutes. And it'll be the Monarchs with possession here, 12:37 to go, fourth quarter. Dance kicks it around behind the net. comes back out right side. Postma. And that's an interference call as Mancini was turning the corner, and in transition, here's Holtby. Bounce shot finds the 5-hole on Wendy. So a big goal from Holtby, and it is now 13-10 for the Shockwave. So the scouting report clearly on Craig Wendy is go to the bounce shot and hopefully get successful. A majority of today's goals have come via the bounce. Lane Smith tried to switch hands, stopped by Wendy. Rebound picked up by the Shockwave, and just a wee bit more motivated seem the St. Catharines Shockwave here in this fourth quarter with just under 12 minutes to go. Give and go. Harris stopped by Wendy. Ball loose in the corner. Krapinczyk in there, battling for it. And the Monarchs will move it up. Krapinczyk gets it back, keeps his balance, weaves in, stopped though by, and that ball goes well wide. So Seneca doing the job. Postma tracks it down, and it'll be a 20 seconds left. So plenty of time on the shot clock. And they'll get it out top and reset the offense. Postma half boards, right side. Goes by one defender, curls back around, has a stick check, underhand, wide. Tried to play the short hop, did Lomas, and it's Jimerson that's away. Weaves in and out on Corbett. He'll flip it to Tomas, and he'll retreat to the bench, as will Tomas. Ward trying to tiptoe by a defender, not able to get by. We'll pull it back out, get a screen, look for the roll on the run. His sidearm is wide. That will go over the timeline, and it'll be a violation, possession to the Monarchs. 10:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Lomas. Looking for a screen. Lomas gets one. Curls around, and a quick shot stopped by Seneca. Postma tracks down the rebound, fresh clock, hitch in and out, gets it back to Lomas. Lomas again, good backhand pass to Dance. Dance tries the backhand, steered aside by Seneca. Rebound picked up by Parker. Parker gets a screen, but there's just too much on that Lomas screen. Possession will go to the Shockwave, and they'll move it up. Lane Smith, hot out of the back door, takes the pass, no numbers. He'll fake the shot, wait for help. Finds a trailer in Harris. Harris, bounce shot, squeaks through. So once again, the bounce shot, the nemesis of Craig Wendy, and it's 14-10 for the Shockwave. Josh Harris with his second goal of the game. And the Monarchs now with Pat Corbett trying to outrace Jimerson. Has Jimerson's stick around his neck. That's going to cost Jimerson a penalty at the very least. And again, it will be another Visionware power play. Monarchs will go to work with their sixth power play of this game. They're 1 for 5. And it'll be Dance out there with Lomas and Postma, the three at the top. Lomas almost lost it, picked up, and they'll set it back up. 10 on the shot clock. Lomas with the bounce shot. Beauty sidearm. He returns the favor, top corner. Lomas has 5, and the lead now cut to 14-11. Second power play marker of the game for the Monarchs as they close the gap now, trailing by 3, still in this game. 9:15 to go, fourth quarter, and off the draw, it's picked up by the Monarchs, and they'll move it up. Krapinczyk will airmail it back out to Corbett, and Corbett will reset the offense here. Corbett looking for some movement, waiting for something to develop. And waiting for someone to get open, swings it across, good skip pass. And going hard, getting the shot off was Parker. They collect the rebound, fresh 30, and they work behind the net. Corbett tried to come around with a backhand spin move, and it finds the seats, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Good to go here after our officials' timeout. And wasting no time as Josh Harris gets it over the timeline. Lane Smith will set things up. 8:30 to go here in the fourth. Inside out, flip back. Lane Smith hesitates. Shot steered aside by Wendy. Rebound, though, to Neufeld. Fresh clock for the Shockwave. Harris out there at the top, sends it over to Atwood. Atwood gets a healthy screen from Ward. Looks for an opening, not there. That doesn't mean he won't take that shot, that's for sure. And it's Taylor Halls on the air and pass. Moving it up. He's got Corbett with him. 2-on-1. Halls keeps it blocked by Harris. That will go up over the rafters and remain possession to Toronto. Monarchs trying to stay in the upper echelon of the standings in the Arena Lacrosse League, heading into playoffs. Postma unloads, stopped by Seneca, and he will send away Jimerson. Jimerson put it right in the stick of Lomas, but got it back. So good recovery by Jimerson as he'll pull it out. The clock certainly on the side of the Shockwave. Neufeld, Henry, flip pass. Not the best one to Calhoun. Managed to get it with 10 on the shot clock. He'll shoot it over. Neufeld dumps it. Henry, quick shot. Wendy, though, up to the task that time. Miles tried to fish it by Jimerson. Jimerson read it, and it'll be a fresh clock for the Shockwave as they will work it. Dan Lomas down in the offensive end. Needless to say, he's covered as they're playing 4-on-4 here in the Monarchs defensive zone. Ward on the run. Wendy save. Backhand Wendy! Big save on Lane Smith by Wendy. The steal by Ward goes in, puts it in the far corner. So Wendy did all he could, but not enough. And it's 15-11 for the Shockwave. Cody Ward with his second of the game. And it's the matches the largest lead of 4. It was 6-2 after 1 in favor of the Shockwave, and now they've extended things with 6.5 to go. Atwood stops, hesitates, has Corbett on him, dumps it down low to Neufeld, posting up in the slot. Neufeld will get it. Under 10, gives it to Atwood, not able to field it cleanly. Loose in the slot, on the carpet, picked up by Corbett. He'll move it up. Time becoming a factor here for the Monarchs. Corbett, hesitation, goes strong, goes by Hopi, tucks it in the corner. So how about Pat Corbett with his second of the game? And that closes the gap. They trail by 3. Once again, these pesky Monarchs just won't seem to go away. Still in the game and off the draw, Taylor Hall's battling for it. Hopi had it. Tomas now will pick it up over the carpet. Lomas all over him. The stick check knocks it out, and a good job to get it over the timeline by Hopi. But possession will go to the Monarchs now with 5:45 to go. Miles will get it over to Ward. Over to Parker. Parker will swing it over to Lomas. Lomas, one-on-one, gets an opening. Bucks on the carpet, loses it. Hopi takes it, and the Shockwave now will move it up. Jimerson with Van der Zalm. Van der Zalm will curl, and it's Lane Smith out the back door. Fakes the flip, and he'll jump it over to Jimerson, wrong stick side. Jimerson will pull it back out, and they'll spread the floor. Jimerson, good fake to get back to the middle. Takes that shot from a bad angle, stopped by Wendy. Wendy now will send the outlet away, and here comes Kevin Harper. Harper will put on the brakes, think better of it, and he'll retreat to the bench now, getting it to Dance. Dance gets back to Lomas. Lomas now at the top. Under 5 minutes to go here, down 3. Good quick stick from Dance off the post. Rebound corralled. Good job, good effort, but Seneca there as he lays on that to smother it on a good quick shot from Parker, and it laid just before the goal line. No goal. That will take us to our final officials timeout. .436 to go. That's all the time remaining for the Monarchs, as it's Ward that will lug it over the timeline with Pat Corbett all over him. He'll dump it down to Neufeld. So a good job by Cody Ward. Neufeld with an opening. Hesitates once, twice, underhand, stopped by Wendy. That one goes up high. Halls gets it, and it's Patty Miles that comes out of the pack. He's going to move it up with some numbers. Gets it to Postma, flying out. Back to Miles. Bounce shot wide of the mark. That will go up and out of play. Possession to the Shockwave. So a golden opportunity by the Monarchs squandered. Not able to capitalize and close the gap. And now Tomas will work some clock here with Atwood. Under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. Atwood will do everything. Check his stick, check the lacing, check the handle, 10 on the shot clock. All that, and he's going to let that go. Wendy with the save, loose, and Berizovic, not sure how many trees he was going to chop down with that whack, but either way, we're going to have ourselves a Visionware power play, and what I believe is a good call by official Blair Ferguson. So not sure what the call is, but Chris Atwood in his favorite place, it appears, here today in the penalty box. And it'll be the Monarchs now that go back to work in the power play. Big shot by Postma, stop. And that will, possession will remain right here. And Lomas now will set things up. Working around underhand, stopped by Seneca, picked up by Holtby. Holtby running into some trouble, runs into Dance, squeezes through two, and he'll shoot it all the way up into the corner and right to Wendy. Wendy will quickly move it up, and here comes Postma with under 3 minutes to go, trailing by 3. Lomas, Dance, big shot off the crossbar. That's going to go the length of the carpet. Wendy's going to come on out and move it up quick with a minute left in the Atwood penalty. Lomas, good quick pass, but Campbell not able to get it. Late hit is going to cost the Monarchs their power play opportunity. And it's going to be Campbell Parker. Potentially the guilty party. It'll be another Visionware power play. So teams now will play 4-on-4 for 46 seconds. And you can bet the Shockwave in no rush, except to take it hard to the net. Wendy, big stop there. Halls with the pickup. And the Monarchs are going to have to hurry. At the back door, Postma didn't have him. Shot, stopped by Seneca. Rebound, corralled by Halls. Good hustle. He'll flip it out to Corbett. Corbett to Dance. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Dance out there with Lomas. Postma working the left side. They'll kick it to the top. Postma swinging around right side. Dump it down low. Dive attempt. Stopped though by Seneca. Reset on the play. Fresh clock. Monarchs with possession. Postma. Give and go Dance in the middle, but that was taken away, and it's going to be Jimerson that's going to try to fight his way through. He's going to go hard and buries it in the empty net. So Johnny Jimerson, which appears to be the nail in the coffin, and he gives the Shockwave a convincing lead. (16-13) Shockwave, and off the draw, it's the gold and black that will get possession in Tomas. Tried to get it to Lane Smith. That went off a Monarchs stick, and possession will remain right here with the Shockwave and Neufeld. Neufeld going to see some pressure, swings it across quickly to Harris, gets it back, and then he'll swing it out the back door to Ward. Going hard, splitting a D, and I apologize, that was not Ward, it was Calhoun who made a good move, and here comes Halls the other way with under a minute to go here in the fourth. Got to make up 4 goals, going to have to hurry. And that's tough to do against this first place 11-1 St. Catharines Shockwave, who, if they can hang on, will have bounced back very effectively. That's too much screen on that screen and roll for Postma. Possession will go to the Shockwave with 37 seconds left. Always important to see how your team fares. Harris will walk in, dump it. Lane Smith beats Wendy for the final touch as Lane Smith on the board with his second of the game. .27 seconds left on this one, and the Shockwave are going to improve to 12-1. The Monarchs, on the flip side, will fall to 5-9. And a reminder, 2 more in the Arena Lacrosse League with the Snipers and Timbermen tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and the Outlaws and Steelhawks in the nightcap. So a big win for the Shockwave. They bounce back after their only loss of the regular season. They take this one 17-12 and remain atop the standings in the Arena Lacrosse League.